Resident Evil 4 Remake surpasses 5 million copies sold. Resident Evil 4 Remake is undoubtedly one of the biggest games of the year, with Capcom's GameCube classic being remade from the ground up nearly 20 years after its original release. Following a very strong launch earlier this year, Capcom has now announced that RE4 Remake has sold over 5 million copies. Making the announcement via press release, the publisher revealed that the multi-platform title Resident Evil 4 has sold over 5 million units worldwide. Expanding briefly on the game's success, Capcom continued, sales of Resident Evil 4 grew following a highly positive reception from customers as well as with the release of the Mercenaries, free additional downloadable content, driving worldwide sales over 5 million units. Further, Capcom looks to continue expanding sales with the upcoming release of Resident Evil 4 VR mode, free downloadable content compatible with PlayStation VR 2. It is worth noting that sales have slowed down considerably from its launch, with the game selling 4 million copies in its first 2 weeks on shelves back in March. For comparison, it took almost 3 weeks for Resident Evil Village to sell that many copies, and it took a full month for Resident Evil 2 Remake to hit 4 million copies sold. Resident Evil 3 Remake underperformed in comparison to other recent RE games, taking 90 days to sell 2.7 million copies, falling behind the other remakes and modern RE trilogy titles, including RE 7 and Village. All that said, the Resident Evil remakes have historically had long legs, with RE2 Remake going on to sell almost 12 million copies. It will be interesting to see whether RE4's remake manages to hit these highs. We will have to wait and see.